In this second video about making posters in Canva, I'm going to show you how you can make a poster from a blank page. So I've gone to canva.com, clicked create a design, and then I found the one that says poster and clicked on it. So what I've got now is I've got a page that looks like this. So you can go and into Canva, you could just search by typing in different things that you want and having a look at some of the examples that come up. But what I want to think about in my poster is what's the most important thing that catches people's eye, and I want it to be all about fun. So I'm doing a poster about learning how to swim, but I want it to be a fun poster. So I want text on mine, that's the most important thing for me, that says swimming is fun. So if I look over on this side, you'll see it says text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the one that says add a heading, and it will put some text on my page, and I'm going to pause this video now and then show you how I've changed that to say what I want it to say. So I've added my text, I've clicked add heading, and then I've typed swimming, and then I've hit enter so the is on a new line, and then I've put fun. Now I could use some of these other designs down here, there's lots of different designs. Just be a bit careful with these, you don't want to use lots and lots of them, maybe just one of them would be great if you wanted to use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on swimming is and go to my fonts here, and I've got lots and lots of fonts to choose from, so there are hundreds and hundreds of different fonts. I want something that looks quite fun. I've already got one that I found called Blueberry, and I've used it before. Because I've used it before, it's come to the top of my list. So if I click on it, it will change it, and then I'm going to do the same for the word fun, and I want this to come down, and I can make the word fun bigger. So what I could do is I could click the word and change the size here, or I can just drag it out. So I'm just going to drag it out. So I want swimming is fun on the page there, and then I can come up here and I can click on these fonts. So these are the fonts that are in the document at the minute, sorry, the colours that are in the document, so only black, and then these are the standard ones, and I can also choose different colours by clicking this and then just moving this up and down so that I get the colour that I want. So that's the first bit. I've added my text, or this bit of text, and I've put it on the page where I want it. One other thing that I want to do with this text is I've got a button up here that says effects. So if I click on that, you can see all these different effects I can add to the text. So I could click on this, for example, and it'll change it to look like that. So it's got like a 3D kind of effect. If I don't like it, I can just click undo. So just take your time and play around with these and see what you like. So I'm going to go down to this one that says shape, and I'm going to click on it and change it like that because I quite like that. I might just make it a tiny bit bigger. There we go. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the text. What I want to do is I want to change the background of the page at the minute. So I'm just going to click so that I've got the background selected, the edge of the page, and then go to this button up here for the colours, and I want kind of a light blue swimming pool colour. So I've managed to change the colour there. So the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the elements that we can change on the page. So if I click over here on elements, then what I want to do is I want a picture. So for me, the most important thing is my text. I might change the colour of that text a bit later, but if I click on elements, you'll see I've got this swimmer that I've used here when I was practicing. So I can just search for what I want up here, and then that'll bring up all these different things that I can go and I can look through. So I want something that looks quite fun, so I think I'm actually going to go for this one and pop that on the page. So again, it's that fun idea. I'm just going to move everything up a little bit, I think. Oh, actually, what does it look like if she goes above the writing? I think I might do that, and then fun's more in the middle of the page, really. So yeah, so you can put elements on like that, you can put different pictures. Try not to put too much on. One of the other things that you can do for here, if you want to, is you could search for borders and see what it looks like with a border. So I could just click on this border and just add that onto the page and just drag it so that it's in the corners like that, so that I've got a border. And what I could do is I might decide I don't want to do that, I want to change it for another one. Remember, if you're printing these, any of the ones that move won't be moving, it'll just be static. So you've got lots of different choices that you can add onto there on that image. Something else you can do with any image you put on is you can fade it a little bit. So I think that's quite that's a bit too dark. So what I'm going to do is go to this button over here that says transparency with this faded checkerboard, and I'm just going to fade it down a little bit there, so it's not as bright and it's not as in my face as it was a bit there. Okay. So to finish my design off, you'll see that I've put some text down here. Learn with us at Listerpool every Friday 7 p.m. So that's the facts. That's the fact that I want people to take away so that they can actually come swimming. So because of that, I've put it in quite an easy to read font. So it's not too fancy, very straightforward, easy to read. I've also put these two pictures in. I'm not really sure about these. I've put one on one side and one on the other, so it's symmetrical and it balances. But I might take them out. I don't know whether it's too cluttered or I might leave them in. I mean, they are quite fun. So for that, I've just searched up here for water slide, and for the other one, I searched for rubber ring, and then I could put those in. So if I just close this, and don't forget you can zoom in on your poster so that you can see it in more detail. And there, and up here you'll see I've just clicked and called it swimming poster, and then to download your poster you click download here, and then you can download it. So at the moment it'll download as a PNG, which is a picture, an image. I could change it to PDF if I wanted to print it out. So that's one way to make a poster, but don't forget that's just my poster, and there are thousands and thousands of different ways you could make it. So the best thing to do is just to have a try and see what you like, and just keep changing things until you're happy with the result.